Diane Carson's fate has finally been revealed on the latest episode of The Traitors, with the fan favorite having been murdered by the Traitors on the BBC show. Viewers had been waiting almost a week to find out whether Diane, 63, had actually been murdered in a secret task that was introduced last week. It's now been confirmed that the retired teacher was murdered after drinking from a poison chalice, but that it didn't work with immediate effect. Claudia Winkleman confirmed that Diane would NT leave immediately, with her then present at breakfast, giving her a final chance to talk to her son Ross Carson, who is also part of the cast. The Traitors were stunned by her presence. It was revealed that the murdered faithful, who viewers and the Traitors know as Diane, would remain in the game until the end of the latest mission. Diane went on to recall that she had been given a drink by Miles at one point, amid the faithfuls wondering who had been poisoned, and how. Claudia shared at the mission that the cast would be walking to the final resting place of the murdered faithful. They would be given clues along the way to their identity, and if they could correctly identify them, before reaching the end of the route, more money would be added to the prize fund. The Traitors, Paul Gorton, Harry Clark and Miles Asteri, had been tasked with giving a poison chalice to the next faithful that they wished to murder. Diane was handed the cup in the closing moments of last Friday's episode, though some fans had hoped that the scene wasn't as it seemed. The Traitors had been informed in the episode last week that they would be eliminating a contestant in plain sight, rather than choosing privately in their turret as usual. Paul, Harry and Miles were each given a letter about the task. It read, "Tonight there will be no secret meeting in the turret. Instead you must murder in plain sight. Before the night is through, you must decide with your fellow traitors which faithful to murder and give them the poison chalice. In the library, you will find a set of 3 Shakespeare tragedies, Hamlet, Othello and Macbeth. Inside these books the poison chalice can be found. Whichever faithful's lips touch the poison chalice first will be murdered," it added. The Traitors went on to discuss their options together, with Miles volunteering to hand out the chalice for them. He said, "I've been normally behind the bar, haven't I?" Harry shared concern that it would link Miles to the murder though, but he said that could happen anyway because he had already poured out people's drinks earlier that same evening. Harry and Miles then headed to the library to locate the chalice itself. They ended up calling Paul for help, with the trio seemingly struggling to find the set of books. "It took 3 of us because we could not find those books for love nor money," Miles teased in a confessional about the task. Moments later, as last Friday's episode came to a close, Miles was seen heading to the bar with the chalice. He made his way there beside Diane, who teased, "You'd better not be a traitor." Miles laughed in response to the remark. The pair were then seen in the bar alongside Zach Davies and Evie Morrison. Diane was handed what appeared to be a bottle of rosé wine by Evie. Miles, who was holding the chalice, said that it contained fizzy rosé and said that he'd rather have the flat stuff. Diane agreed to swap glasses as the credits rolled, with her fate not confirmed until tonight. The Traitors airs Wednesday, Thursday and Friday nights on BBC One and BBC iPlayer at 9 p.m. Previous episodes are available on BBC iPlayer, with the first series and the debut series of The Traitors US also available. **